Hey everyone, Ken Wilson here with Sureway Residential Property Management. If you're watching this video, I suspect you might be an agent that has a client that was managing their own rental and now the tenant has stopped paying rent. Or maybe you're managing the property yourself and the tenant has stopped paying, something related to COVID or the economy. I wanted to give you 6 quick tips that might help you in this situation. Governor Murphy passed Executive Order 106 last year, and that took away evicting someone for non-payment. That's usually our biggest tool in our toolbox to get a tenant out if they're not paying, and that's been taken away. Unfortunately, what about the property owners? They're counting on that income to pay the mortgage, their insurance, there's other costs. So it's a tough situation for owners. So what can you do? First thing is keep up communication. Can't stress that enough with the tenants. Keep up, have occasional calls with them, exchange emails, exchange texts. This way, once the tenant is back to work or their income resumes previous levels, at least they're going to remember you, that you were willing to work with them, and the rent will hopefully start flowing again. Second thing is consider a payment plan. You're used to getting the rent the first of every month and the full rent at that. Maybe consider something like a small payment every week, or maybe twice a month, or maybe some other happy medium, or at least you're getting some rent each month. Third thing is, there is relief money out there. President Biden just signed this $2 trillion economic relief package. There's $25 billion in that package for renters to use and access to help them pay the rent. So where do you get the information? Well, go to newjersey.gov and go to the community affairs page, and you'll find a lot of information on how the tenants can get that information and share that with the tenants. The third tip, well, as an owner, if you still have good credit and you still have some income coming from other areas, you may still be able to refinance that property. Rates are still very, very low. By refinancing, you can lower your mortgage payment. You're not as reliant on that rent coming in to cover it. That may help. Fourth thing is, don't take the law into your own hands. I've heard of owners considering turning off the water, turning off the electricity, make it as uncomfortable as possible for the tenant in hopes they move out. Do not do something like that. That will come back to bite you. Fifth tip, you can still file an eviction. Here at Sureway, again, we're managing over 500 properties. We occasionally have a tenant that's not paying. If it comes to it, we do have attorneys that we work with that specialize in evictions, and we can have the filing done. Now, the courts are closed. That filing won't be heard for a while, but it is filed, it's in queue, it's in process. Sixth tip is, and I hate to do a plug, but you don't have to hire us. Consider hiring a property management company, and I'll tell you why. Up till this point, you've been the one, the owner has been the one typically, or maybe the agent calling and emailing, asking for the rent. Sometimes having a third-party, impartial professional come in and have us do the calls and the texts and the emails. Now they're getting letters from the property management company instead of the owner. And just that alone can have a little bit of an effect. If you have questions about property management services or pricing or anything at all, just give me a quick call at the number below, or if you're more comfortable, feel free to email me.